DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Congratulate you, Hall of Famers. So honored to be in the presence of radio royalty.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
This is a big deal.
I think that y'all have a certain amount of respect for, what everybody else does, and y'all are just the best at what y'all do.
We love y'all, man. Thank you for being the people's champs.
Probably the greatest.
All three of y'all.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday. It's a tough Monday. I ain't gonna front.
Why is it a tough Monday? You think? Listen, if you come in this room this morning talking about you feel like it's tough, imagine how Steve Harvey feel.
But that's
Steve
what I'm
Harvey
talking
got
about.
a morning show to do this morning too. God damn it!
Goodness gracious.
Somebody check and see if Steve's on there. I want to know if Steve's on there this morning.
Oh man, I don't know how he's gonna make it because they were rocking for a long time.
Yes,
4 hours.
You got to get an OG's patience though. Give your elders patience. I wasn't mad at all.
Now we're talking about versus last night: Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers.
Amazing.
Oh
Listen.
my goodness.
What y'all think? I'm a big Earth, Wind, and Fire fan.
They were both great. I mean, it was the perfect ending for a great day. Of course, Easter. I got the kids. My god kids came over. We did the Easter egg hunt. We had a great meal, just talking, shooting the ish. Had a couple of glasses of wine, and then we just sat back, relaxed, turned on Triller, and watched that. It wasn't even a battle. It was just that concert.
Yeah,
Man.
some verses are gonna be like that though, right? Some verses you're gonna have two people up there that is so great, so incredible, so amazing that nobody really wins. It's kind of like the what was the game we saw the other night? It was Gonzaga versus UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that game.
Yeah.
Nobody really lost that game. It's, you know what I mean? It just comes down to who had the ball last. Really.
Sheesh.
And Earth, Wind, and Fire, with September, it's just like, okay, that's a great way to end.
Yeah.
You know?
Steve Harvey looked like he was having a time of his life. It was his dream come
A
true.
ball.
He wanted to be a member
He was
of
like,
Earth,
what,
Wind, and
Mike,
Fire
me?
so bad.
Okay.
He wanted to be a member of Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it was
And
just
the
great.
Isley Brothers, yes,
And
absolutely.
And shout out to DJ Nice. He killed it last night.
DJ D
too.
Nice,
I'm just messing with him. That's what Steve Harvey was calling him at first. DJ Nice. Shout out to Nice.
I loved it.
But it was dope. But he definitely sent one of the producers in there, but like, yo, his name is DJ D Nice.
Come on, Steve.
What did that Steve said? When you love somebody, you don't call them by their whole name.
You sure all their words. Say, I don't call Luther, I call him Luther.
Luther. Drop on the clues bomb for Steve Harvey.
Man.
Somebody check on Unc. I need to know if Unc on the air this morning. Maybe Unc had the day off and he knew that already. Where were they? Where did they do that at?
They said the theater.
Theater where?
The Winston.
Was they in West on the West Coast or East Coast?
I don't know.
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, God, it's 11:30 at night. I know they tired.
Yeah. Now the Apollo, shout to the Apollo because they were, tweeting it all night long and, putting it on the chat. And they said shout to the Winston for having them. I think it was the Winston, I believe that was the name of the theater. But it was great, man. It was a great night. We were rocking all night long.
Nah, it was good.
Some of them hits are like 50 years old, 60 years old.
I mean, come on, man. You talking about, twist and shout and all kind of stuff like that.
They still feel good now. You start hearing all them samples that everybody been using.
I still be listening to Devotion by Earth, Wind, and Fire to this day. It's a great way to start your day all the time.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is your aunties and uncles had a great Easter weekend.
Easter, yes, we did.
All right.
Goodness gracious.
Not even just aunties and uncles. That's grandma and granddaddies. Even when Steve kept saying, this your mama music. That's a little bit older than that.
Yeah.
Why you playing?
It sure was. But it was a great night, man. Shout out to Swizz. Shout out to Timberland. Shout out to Triller. Y'all put on an amazing show last night. Did y'all watch it on Triller or did y'all watch it on Instagram Live?
No, I watched it on Instagram Live.
Triller was great.
I downloaded Triller. I just can't never find the verses whenever it's on.
It's right there. You hit live and it pops right up. You click the button and it pops right up.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I tried to do it with Ghostface and Raekwon and couldn't
Oh, no. It was amazing watching it. I just mirrored the TV.
Well, I'm about to cancel it.
You about to cancel Triller?
Yes, if I can't watch the verses. Every time I try to go to verses, I can't find
It
it.
doesn't cost you any money.
What, Triller?
Triller don't cost me no money.
Oh. I didn't
It's
know
free.
that. Oh, you got the 30-day. You got the free 30-day subsubscription. That's why.
Oh,
That's why. It's
All
not
right,
free.
all right, uncles.
Yeah, it's only
Let's
free for
get
30 days.
I thought it was 30.
No, I had that.
Oh,
yeah.
So your 30 days ran up.
Oh, yeah, it's only free for 30 days.
My 30 days just started yesterday.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Now, Joe Coy, he'll be here this morning, right? Comedian Joe Coy?
Yay.
So we'll kick it with Joe Coy, and then we got front page news. What we talking about?
Major League Baseball, they have pulled the All-Star game out of Atlanta for 2021.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. NCAA women's basketball. All right, now Stanford beat Arizona 54-53. You seen the game you
I
said?
did. I watched that last night.
Well, I watched the game against South Carolina. That was amazing.
I watched that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Now tonight, Baylor takes on Gonzaga at 9:20.
Gonzaga.
That's what I said, Gonzaga, right?
You said Gonzaga. You sound like that sound like a Muppet.
Oh, Gonzaga.
A Muppet character that they never show.
All right, what else we got, Yee?
Well, Major League Baseball, the commissioner has announced on Friday that the 2021 All-Star Game will not be held in Atlanta anymore, and that's because of the election bill that was signed by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, which opponents say is disenfranchising people of color disproportionately. So MLB is still finalizing a new host city, and details about these events will be announced shortly. There you have it. Now, of course, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is not happy about this, and he said, today, Major League Baseball caved to fear, political opportunism, and liberal lies. Georgians and all Americans should fully understand what the MLB's knee-jerk decision means. Cancel culture and woke political activists are coming for every aspect of your life, sports included. If the left doesn't agree with you, facts and the truth do not matter.
I disagree with that, Brian Kemp. I think that that is a great protest for somebody for an unjust law. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should be able to react to what you don't agree with.
I don't know how much impact it's going to have, but
Right, and they are saying that Georgians will not be bullied and they will not back down. We will continue to stand up for secure, accessible, fair elections. All right, the Texas Rangers are going to reopen their stadium at full capacity, even though COVID-19 case numbers are back on the rise. So their home opener is actually today. President Joe Biden has said he's concerned. Medical experts are saying they are concerned as well. So a lot is opening back up in California. They're allowing indoor concerts to resume starting April 15th. So it's very complicated, though. Venues with a capacity of up to 1,500 people, there's like different tiers where it's 10% or 100 people, and then it increases to 25% if all guests are tested or show proof of full vaccination. So it depends on like what the capacity is, if you're vaccinated, if they're doing testing and things like that.
The Texas Ranger Stadium holds 49,000 people, so there's going to be 49,000 people in that building today, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially because they're talking about these numbers going back up. Now, a lot of people have gotten vaccinated, a little under 20% here in the United States. And if you are fully vaccinated, you can travel in the U.S. without a test or quarantines. So people who are fully vaccinated can do those things. You still have to remain masked on the planes, on buses, and on trains as well. People are still already traveling, though, and making these decisions on their own. They said that on American Airlines, their bookings have jumped to 90% of what they were before the pandemic. So seems like a lot of people are traveling right now. But they are issuing these warnings that younger people are now more at risk because the older people are able to get vaccinated. Younger people are traveling with spring break just now, so that's why.
I still wonder if the vaccine can fight off the variants, because some doctors say it can't, some doctors say it will. Like, what is it going to be?
Nobody knows.
I think it was the president of Argentina got vaccinated and then got COVID after.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean you're 100% protected.
Correct.
By the way,
they're saying that you shouldn't die from it. You shouldn't succumb from COVID from it,
and you won't get like extremely sick.
Extremely sick, correct? Yeah.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Hopefully, you had a great Easter. Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Oh, it's Leon. Leon from Atlanta, Connecticut. I just want to say I had a great Resurrection Sunday, with my son and everybody. We had a nice little cookout and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate the fact that God woke me up this morning and woke me up every morning, you know what I mean? But for the past, 2.5 years, I've been trying to let my BM know, or let my mother know that I'm trying to get back together with her, but she's definitely not hearing it because, when we broke up, a month later, I actually ended up sleeping with, the babysitter and stuff like that. She used to babysit me when I was, 10 years old and shit. So it was, a little bucket list thing. But the thing is, she gave me an STD when I slept with her.
Whoa.
So
That's kind of wild on the babysitter's part, bro.
Yeah, but like...
I mean, not the
like,
STD, the fact that she slept with somebody that she used to babysit.
Which STD?
It was, what was it, gonorrhea or something like that, I think it was.
Okay.
Was it curable?
Like,
Was it one of the ones
curable.
that's curable?
Huh?
Was it one of the ones that's curable?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, just make it sure, because you don't seem to know which one it was.
How did you know you had it?
The thing is, the fact that like when me and my girl got back together, like a couple months later, she ended up getting it.
Ooh. So you didn't have any symptoms? You weren't like...
No, I didn't have any symptoms at all whatsoever. You know, like I didn't find out until the fact that she got tested, and then so.
What's the age difference between you and the babysitter?
The age difference?
Yes.
What? Like she's like 10 years older than me.
10 years older than you. Okay.
And I'm like 28, so she was like 38 at the time.
Okay, so she used to babysit you when she was like what in her
He said when he was
20s,
10.
10?
So I
Yeah,
guess
I was
she
like
was
10 years old. She was
20?
like 20. Now, you know, I always had like a big ass crush on her, so I was like, yo, like if I ever broke up with my girl and stuff like that, like that was something I would actually do. But like once I actually got it, I finally realized the fact that I love my girl, I love my BM, like all my things to be together. You know what I mean? But like we was broken up at the time, so once we actually got back together, I was committed to her, and then come to find out she caught it from me, and I got the testing, and then I found out I had it. And I've been trying to, like, you know, contact other girls, but obviously she didn't want to contact me because I knew that she had it.
Right. Just remember, the grass is always burning on the other side.
Yeah, but let's stick to how sick this person is. Because if this was a guy, if the role was reversed, this man would be being crucified right now. Let's think about how sick this woman is, that she used to babysit a person when he was 10 years old and that she slept with him when he was of age. How do we know she wasn't touching on you when you was younger, sir?
Bruh, like, I know for a fact because, like, my mom was, like, she was kind of sketchy about her, like, in the first place. That's why she stopped babysitting me. But, like, she was always around my family and you know what I mean?
That tells you everything you need to know. Your mama was right.
Oh, yeah.
So she did used to
like,
touch on you when you was younger?
He don't know.
Did she touch on me when I was younger? Nah.
He said no. He said no, he doesn't. She didn't.
And I've been legit trying to, like, get back together with her, like, trying to do everything I can in my power to, like, humble myself and tell her that I'm sorry. But obviously she's not hearing it, but rightfully so because...
Yeah, you did give her gonorrhea.
Yeah. So, like, I've been trying my hardest to try to, like, get my family back together, but, like, you know, that's not happening. But I've been praying about it, trying to, like, get everything in the God's hands. But I'm definitely always there for my son. I'm always taking care of my son always, nonstop, you know what I mean?
All right, we'll pray for you also. I hope you guys work it out.
Thank you, bro. Get it off your chest.
You see how we just breeze past that when it's a woman doing it? But if it was a guy...
it's foul regardless.
Jesus
Christ.
I mean, she's 38 and he's 28. I think it happens all the time.
She used to babysit him. If there was a guy who used to babysit a woman when she was that age,
it's not illegal.
It's not against the law, but you got to admit it's kind of sick.
I know teachers who have married former students, like after they graduated and everything.
Not elementary school though, like maybe college, but not elementary.
Yeah, but
could you imagine marrying
if you were
teacher
10 and then it's 18 years later,
and the fact the mom was suspicious about her.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Jay.
What's up, Jay? Get it off your chest.
Good morning. I want to get two things off my chest if I could. Please. Number one, Wendy Williams, please. Women are not desperate like you are. Please stop doing it. Every day you talk about your men, this and that. You're not that desperate. Please stop being desperate. It look good on women. Stop it.
I guess she's putting it out there that she really wants a man.
Oh, my God. Charlamagne, talk to her. She listens to you.
Why y'all think I talk to that woman? I don't talk. I haven't spoken to her in like 2 years now.
That's what you say.
That's what I know.
Yeah. Okay, well, please get on her show and tell her to chill.
He said he don't speak to her, but thank you, Mom. You got something else?
Yes, and the second thing is on Thursday, Angela Yee wasn't there, and y'all was doing her bad. Y'all acted like somebody's secretary because y'all wasn't answering the phone because she wasn't there.
Y'all wasn't answering the phone?
We did
No,
answer
they
the phone.
was not. They was not. No, they was not. I sent my clock because I wanted to talk to y'all about Wendy because I was so irritated.
Why you don't go to Wendy
wasn't there.
Instagram?
Yeah, why don't you hit Wendy
Go to Wendy
yourself?
Instagram. It's the Wendy Show on Instagram.
They blocked me.
They blocked.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Mama.
What
Well,
about
have a
her
good
Twitter?
morning.
You tried her Twitter?
I don't have Twitter. No, I don't.
Oh, you don't have Twitter? Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sure somebody will hear this.
And DJ Envy.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a nephew, and y'all are the same color, light skin, yellow. And let me tell you, your beard looks like somebody has put mud all over your face.
Preach, Grandma. Preach. Preach, Grandma.
Oh my gosh!
Please take it off.
You know what?
Without it.
What's your name, Mama?
She's very enlightening.
Jay, I'm gonna block you too.
Jay, I respect you, Jay. Don't hang up on
I
Jay.
heard that was
Respect
so
your elders.
disrespectful.
That older woman is telling you something that you need to hear for
There's
your
nothing
own
wrong
good.
with there's nothing wrong with mud on your face.
You mad at her for telling the truth?
Shout to Khaled, shout to Kevin Hart, shout to Diddy, shout to Rose.
All of theirs look way more realer than yours, bro.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is Chandler from Columbus, Ohio. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Hey, Chandler.
What's up, man? Get off your chest.
Man, first off, I meant to tell y'all, when y'all talk about shows and stuff, don't forget to mention Cobra Kai on Netflix. It's amazing.
What's it called?
Cobra Kai.
Cobra
It's
Kai.
basically about Karate Kid like 20, 30 years later, but it's actually dope.
I always see that it always pops up on my things to watch on Netflix, but I haven't
Yeah, I
watched
never
it.
watched that. I seen Bad Trip over the weekend. Bad Trip is funny as
Bad Trip's
ish.
hilarious. So you mean like Daniel's son Karate Kid?
Yeah, Daniel's son Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Like Ralph Macchio. What's the dude? Ralph Macchio playing him?
Yeah.
It's dope. I'm telling
Really?
you, bro. It's dope.
Mr. Miyagi's in it too. Mr. Miyagi's in it.
that, man.
It's the twist to it. It's dope.
I'm gonna check that out.
What I wanted to get about is Charlamagne. You right about Southwest, man. They did me dirty. I took my son to Florida for his birthday, and our plane was delayed the whole day. I literally was checking every 15 minutes, 40 minutes before the flight. They put it on time, so we ended up missing the flight.
Damn.
They couldn't find no more flights for us the rest of the day, so we had to stay next extra day. But it worked out because the rental car gave me the rental for free, and the hotel I got was like $60. They didn't want to give me no voucher, so I'm real pissed off about it, man.
Southwest ain't nothing but a China bus in the sky, man. If you know what a China bus is in New York, it's the bus that you can ride for like $25. Okay, it's 1 million stops. You know,
it's so cheap though.
That's the point.
Yeah,
you get what you pay
that's
for.
why you had the problems you had.
You're right. And that's all I wanted to get off my chest. But check out that Cobra Kai for sure.
No,
All right, bro. So, question: Bad Trip, was that real or was it fake? Because some of that stuff, they had cameras there. Like I'm like, the
But it was
reaction
hidden
looks so
cameras.
damn real, but
the cameras were hidden. That's why at the end, if you watch the end during the credits, they show like where a lot of the cameras were hidden. So a lot of the times, people just didn't know what was going on. So like Little Rel and Eric Andre and Tiffany were in on it, and they might have had a couple extras that were in on it, but for the most part, people didn't know what was going on.
that was great, man. I love it.
It's great.
Check out Bad Trip if you get a chance. It's on Netflix right now. It'll make you laugh, man.
What's your
It's
favorite
hilarious.
part with the bear?
The bear was the funniest part to me. That bear was
I
hilarious.
knew you would like that.
I like the gorilla.
I mean the gorilla.
That's what I meant, the gorilla. I said bear, yeah, but the gorilla.
I love
that's
the
what I meant.
gorilla. The gorilla was great.
That's what I meant, the
I
gorilla.
knew that would be your favorite.
I figured you like the car wash guy.
Did you see all the gorilla glue?
No.
You didn't see the gorilla glue?
On his face?
No.
Oh, wow. You weren't paying attention.
Yeah, if you want to call it gorilla glue, yeah. Yeah. I figured you like the car wash scene, Charlamagne.
No, I like the gorilla scene. Car wash scene was funny too, though.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and let's offer up some prayers for DMX. We'll talk about what's happening with him. We'll give you updates. Really unfortunate situation, but we are praying.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Keep the prayers going for DMX. He is clinging to life. He's in ICU. They said he has little brain function, but there are a few family members who have visited him, and they are not giving up hope. His fiancée, Desiree Lindstrom, and his mother, Arnett Simmons, have been allowed into the ICU to visit him, even though he is not responsive. They said his kids are coming to visit as well. Hopefully they will be allowed in. Now, I saw a statement that the family gave to People. They said, we ask that you please keep Earl, DMX, and us in your thoughts, wishes, and prayers, as well as respect our privacy as we face these challenges. According to reports, according to OK, they said there are many people stating that he is in a vegetative state, while others are saying he has some brain activity. DMX is still in the same condition, in a vegetative state with lung and brain failure and no brain activity, according to his manager, Nakia Walker. That's what she said to BuzzFeed News. If you recall, when DMX has been here on The Breakfast Club, he actually did a prayer with us.
The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The word doesn't say that the weapon won't be formed. The word doesn't say that the intention of the weapon maker won't be to harm you. The word doesn't say that they won't attempt to use it. The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So no matter what they think, no matter what they make, no matter what they try, by the power of the word, we are covered. We humble ourselves before you. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
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 That's right. Don't just post about praying for DMX. Actually pray for him. I often wonder when people hear news like this, do they rush to social media to post, or do they actually pray for the person? Pray for DMX as hard as he would for you.
All right. Well, the Rough Riders Motorcycle Club is paying tribute to DMX. They are outside of the hospital in White Plains, where he is recovering, hopefully.
You're not going to meet too many individuals in your life who are as authentic as DMX. You know what I'm saying? Some people need what they do to be who they are. Some people need money to be who they are. All X needs to be X is X, and that is something I've always admired about him. So, yes, we are sending DMX a lot of healing energy this morning.
Absolutely.
All right, and over the weekend for Easter, Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers, hosted by Steve Harvey, and he was getting his whole life.
Yeah,
his outfit, him getting on the mic, him singing along. Listen to this.
Steve sounded good, too.
Steve was waiting for this moment his whole life.
He sounded good, man.
They're like, Steve, come up here. He was like, who, me?
Come on, man.
He wanted to be a member of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Steve sounded good. I ain't gonna lie.
Is Steve Harvey at work this morning is what I wanted.
Is
Steve Harvey making...
He is.
He probably floated into work.
Easily. He was pouring out Ciroc for the dead homies yesterday.
That was like, he was knocking over his thing. He was getting hype. I said, go ahead, Steve.
Come on now.
Listen, it was a great battle, a great versus celebration. Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Earth, Wind, and Fire always makes me think of my mom. That's one of my mom's favorite groups. So excited for that. And of course, you know, the Isley Brothers was bringing it. It was a good battle, though, between the two of them. And the Isley Brothers also put out a new song. They premiered a video for their new song featuring Snoop Dogg called Friends and Family.
They showed this video after the performance on Triller. If you had Triller and you kept it on, they showed the full video. Video is dope, feels good.
I'm about to say, because I didn't see that on IG Live. One thing about them Isley Brothers, though, it ain't on them, it's in them. Yeah. You can't teach what they got. No, sir, no, ma'am. Okay, that's just pure giftedness right there.
Video's dope, too. Check it out. They rented a mansion somewhere. They all partying in the mansion. Snoop's on FaceTime, and they just having a great time. Issa Rae's in it as well, but they having a good time.
Now, listen, we know that Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers are gods. And, you know, there is no real winner.
No.
But who won last night? Come on, guys. Who won?
See...
It depends
on who you ask. It was just so many hits, and they went 25.
It depends on who you ask. Some people say
25.
the Isley Brothers had it. Some people say Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm a huge Earth, Wind, and Fire fan.
I'm an Earth, Wind, and Fire guy, too, but I think the Isley Brothers took it last night, especially in the second half.
I think they did better in the second half. The Earth, Wind, and Fire was killing it in the first half. But certain songs, you match them up against each other. It really is a matter of preference.
That is true. Because what beats Between the Sheets? Nothing.
Nope.
Even though Serpentine Fire is a great record. Okay.
What beats Reasons?
What beats September?
Oh, nothing beats Reasons. Well, no, that was a great matchup with September. Who's that lady versus September?
Who's that lady?
All right, guys, we'll talk about it more. That is your rumor report.
It was a great battle last night, man. I'm tired now, boy. All right, we got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Yes, let's talk about Derek Chauvin's trial. As you know, we're picking this back up today, and we'll give you some more highlights of what happened last week.
And I just want to tell all you artists out there, they came on time. They started at 8, and then they ended at after midnight.
Envy, we're trying to be on time right now.
I'm just telling y'all that they was on time.
You can't talk about being on time when we about to be late. Save this for another break, sir.
All right.
This is kind of...
I tried.
All right. Front page news next. Let's go.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When a train hits a vehicle at a railway crossing, the results are often deadly. Be cautious at crossings, and if the signals are going, don't be tempted to try and sneak across the tracks, even if you don't see a train. Stop. Trains can't. Brought to you by NHTSA. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. The NCAA Women's Basketball Championship game. Stanford beat Arizona 54-53. And tonight, Baylor takes on Gonzaga at 9:20. Now, what else we got, Yee?
All right, well, let's talk about Derek Chauvin's trial. During the first week of testimony last week, there were 19 witnesses who testified, including 2 high-ranking police officials who actually denounced Derek Chauvin's actions. One of them is Lieutenant Richard Zimmerman, the head of the Minneapolis Police Department's Homicide Division. Here's what he had to say on the stand about Derek Chauvin's use of force against George Floyd.
What is your view of that use of force during that time period?
Totally unnecessary. Once a person is cuffed, you need to turn them on their side or have them sit up. You need to get them off their chest. Your muscles are pulling back when you're handcuffed. And if you're laying on your chest, that's constricting your breathing even more.
All right, lock them up then. We wasting too much of taxpayers' dollars and time, okay? We got a video. We got guys like him saying it was unnecessary. It's time to lock Derek Chauvin up. Can we wrap this thing up now?
Yes, I mean, I totally agree. So we'll see what's going to happen this week in week 2 of testimony. And I guess right now it's going to be expert testimony involving everything from the use of force to the cause of death. So that's what we're about to see.
Hey, they got to lock them up. Justice must be served. If not, they're going to burn this country to the ground.
All right, speaking of locking people up, let's talk about Park Cannon, the Georgia State Representative Park Cannon. She is talking about being arrested last week. That's because she knocked on Governor Brian Kemp's door to protest him signing that voting rights bill that's very controversial, as she should be able to go and express herself and knock on their door if you so choose. And now she's facing 8 years in jail. Listen to this.
As horrible as that experience was, and as difficult as it is to acknowledge that I am facing 8 years in prison on unfounded charges, I believe the governor's signing into law the most comprehensive voter suppression bill in the country is a far more serious crime.
Keep in mind, Park Cannon actually works in that building.
Imagine, for knocking on the door,
that sounds crazy.
You get more of a penalty than people who actually storm the Capitol.
Imagine going to the boss's office, knocking on the door because you want him to be transparent about something that he's not being transparent about, and then you get arrested.
That sounds crazy.
And you face up to 8 years in jail? You know how ridiculous that is because I'm trying to do my job?
Yeah,
as a representative?
Yeah, and to Yee's point, I haven't seen them treat anyone who was involved in the attempted coup on January 6th as harsh as they treating Park Cannon. But we all know why, because Park Cannon is a black woman, and, you know, the people doing the attempted coups were white.
All right, now,
Males,
for everybody who's been vaccinated, I know people are going out there and laminating their card. Number 1, do not post your vaccine card online on social media. People can't take your information, as you know, and you don't want that to happen for everybody that's posting their vaccination proof online. Also, they said if you're getting a 2-dose vaccine, make sure that you receive and document both doses on your card before you laminate it. So don't get so excited that you get that first dose and then you go ahead and laminate your card, but you're not even finished. They also said create a backup of your card before laminating it. Take a picture after getting the first shot, then after the second one too, in case you lose the physical card. Keep that picture on your phone. Email yourself a copy as well. Photocopy the card. Keep it in the same place as other important documents. And then after that, they said if you want to laminate your card, then go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, and you're not better than nobody because you fully vaccinated, okay? Some of y'all walking around here acting like y'all better than people because y'all fully vaccinated, but you still got chlamydia. Just want to throw that out there.
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Why are you such a hater?
See?
Jones, you got
You
chlamydia?
wouldn't have felt like that if you didn't think you was better than people.
How does this become
okay?
me having chlamydia? How does this turn into me having chlamydia?
Just because you fully vaccinated, you think you better than people, so me saying that chlamydia line hurt your soul just now.
I just don't understand where the hate comes from.
But we all vaccinated.
Yep. So we
Just
out here.
imagine now, people who are vaccinated, you don't have to get tested to do things anymore. You don't have to quarantine.
No, you still got to get tested.
I'm still getting tested.
I thought you didn't.
No, I mean, they said you don't have to. No, they
When
said
you
you
travel,
don't have to. When you travel, you
when
don't have to. But yeah, I'm still going to
Yeah,
get
that's what I
tested because they don't know. They change every other week with something different. So I'm going to continue to get tested. I'm going to continue to wear my mask. I'm going to continue to everything.
Because there's still people out there, getting testing positive even after being fully vaccinated.
Yeah, it's like the president of Argentina, like I just told y'all. He just got it because it is, 90-something% effective. That's not 100.
I just want you to humble yourself, okay?
Nobody's saying nothing.
You fully vaccinated.
anything about
You
it.
fully vaccinated, but you still got herpes. Humble thyself.
I got a shot for you if you want one.
No, I'm cool.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, comedian Joe Coy will be joining us. We're going to kick it with comedian Joe Coy, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, our guy, our friend, Joe Coy.
Let's go.
You got an autobiography out called Mixed Plate Chronicles of an All-American Combo. What
Thank
does that
you
mean,
so
Joe?
much. The title, Mixed Plate?
Yes.
Hawaii is one of my favorite places to go. They have a dish, if you've ever been to Hawaii, called Mixed Plate. And when you look at that dish, it has all these amazing items on there. It's got Korean barbecue, Japanese, teppanyaki. It's got everything on there. It's got tempura. It's got Spam. It's got mac salad. It's got everything on it. Individually, all that stuff is delicious, but you put it all on one plate. It's just beautiful. And that's how I look at my life here. And I just look at it as just like if we could just all mix together on one plate, will be beautiful.
Interesting.
And you have recipes in the book as well with all the different chapters.
I had to put it on there. I gotta be an ambassador for our food, Angela.
I was like, I should try this chicken. What is it, adobo?
Chicken adobo.
I had chicken adobo.
Where did you have it?
I think I had it at Nicole's restaurant. What's Nicole's restaurant in
Jeepney.
Jeepney. Yeah,
It's
I had
amazing.
Chicken adobo. I had chicken
It's
adobo.
amazing. You know what I love, Charlamagne?
What?
Your beard looks like Envy's old beard before he painted it.
Because mine is real. You know what I'm saying? I let my grades come in. I'm not hiding them like Envy is.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Shout to DJ Khaled. Shout to Rick Ross. Shout to Diddy. Shout to Kevin Hart. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Shout out
Why
to
are you trying to bring everybody down with you? Just because you
I'm
do
just-
that, don't.
I'm just shouting my peoples out.
you did kind of hate on some other people by doing that.
I'm just shouting them out. I'm just shouting them out. That's all.
You should have shouted out Sharpie, Crayon.
That's like if you get cheated and you shout out all the other cheaters.
Yeah.
I know what y'all talking about.
You should have shouted out JFM.
JF.
What the hell's JF?
Just for men.
Exactly. He keeps saying the beard is real, but the color is not. Listen,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Joe, does your book focus more on like your background and upbringing, or like the journey once you made it into comedy?
I wanted to tell people just how hard it was for me to make it, in this entertainment business, and the struggle it was just being a mixed kid growing up. We talk about systemic racism now, and I really didn't even know what that was, Charlamagne, until this is all, in light now, but I didn't know I was actually a part of it until I started reading my book back in the studio. And I was like, God damn, I was part of this. I was part of this type of systemic racism, being put in certain groups or not being able to do certain shows because of what I was talking about or what I looked like, or, you know what I mean? It was just, I didn't really know it until I started writing the book. And I was like, wow, just how my mom went through her struggles, in the 80s, being an Asian woman raising these kids by herself in America and just dealing with the racism that she had to face.
Were you ever able to assimilate, Joe, a little bit? Did anybody ever mistake you for just a white guy?
No. They always looked at me weird. Like I had the hazel eyes, like they're light, but the roundness wasn't there. They always noticed. They were like, what are you? What is that? What is this?
Was it very difficult to write this book? Was it difficult going back on some of the feelings and some of the things that you had to think about? How difficult?
Yeah, the most difficult part was writing about my brother, and it was hard for me to talk about my brother. But I will say this, and I told Charlamagne this before, that you know, when you brought up mental health and, you know, you put it out there and make people accept it, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people that have to deal with mental health issues, and I hate saying this publicly, you're embarrassed, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially when you grow up with a brother that has, you know, schizophrenia and the trauma that it put our family through. And I'm not saying my brother's a bad guy. He's, you know, he had mental health issues and it was very strenuous in our family and it was a hard time. But I also went through this time where I didn't want to talk about it. Like I would always go, oh, do you have any siblings? I'd always say, oh, I got 2 sisters, but I would never say my brother because I knew once they asked me about my brother, it would go into this whole other world of like, oh, where is he? And I got to tell him that he's in the hospital. And then I got to talk about his mental health issues. Then I felt like I'm the only one. Mm-hmm. And it just sucked. So being able to, you know, especially like people like you, Charlamagne, it's just like how now people are open about mental health and you don't feel alone anymore. Mm-hmm. So like I know how important therapy is now. It is very important.
And that therapy today.
Yeah, man. Just I'm telling you, Charlamagne, when I read this in the studio, I had to do the audio version. That was the best therapy session of my life, man. Just reading the chapter on my brother alone. I remember I cried at the end. I remember I had to take a break. And I just remember this weight being lifted like, yo, it's out.
Wow.
It's finally out. You know what I mean? I'm everyone knows now. And I love it. And by the way, I love my brother. This is no way I'm not trying to say anything bad. My brother's he's one of the funniest guys in the family. It's just he's dealing with, you know, mental health issues and we're not alone. I just want everyone to know that you're not alone.
Word.
And that's difficult. You were very honest about that because I'm sure there were times you felt like your life could have been in danger. Your mom's life could have been in danger.
So many times.
Because of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, we had so many cops at the house. You know, it was always physical. There was always jail time for my brother. You know, always in and out of hospitals. So, yeah, it was traumatizing, man, as a kid. And you know, I didn't like talking about it. I really didn't.
You know, how do you feel about that? Because you would be the perfect person to ask. You know, let's say something happens with your brother that is violent, and you said he had to go to jail. Is that necessarily right? Because mentally he wasn't right, so he might not have known what he was doing. But do you still put somebody like that in jail, or do you say no? We understand he wasn't in his right mind at the time. Let's continue to give him help and not do jail because he doesn't know what he did wrong. So is jail really what he should be sent to?
I think jail is, you know, the initial, you know what I mean? What he did, you know, he would be physical with people. He would hurt people, you know what I mean? And they don't know. They're arresting somebody. But immediately he always gets into immediately he goes right back into the system. He stays in the hospital and, you know, he gets the medicine that he needs and the therapy that he needs. But it's a struggle with my brother. It's hard, man. You know, my brother just called me 3 days ago. It was his birthday. And you get a glimpse. You get a small glimpse, man. The window opens and there's Robert and you love it and you enjoy it. And then boom, the window closes and that's the hard pill to swallow. That's the part you're just like, man, you know? So it felt good to be able to talk about that in the book.
Word.
All right, we got more with comedian Joe Coy. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking in with comedian Joe Coy. Yee.
I had texted Joe Coy also when I was reading it just to tell him that I thought the book was excellent just because it's not just about jokes and about being funny, but it really is a hard path that you had to go through to even get to where you are today. It took you like 15 years, pretty much.
It took me 15 years just to get on the Tonight Show. And just always dealing with like, oh, I don't think they'll get it. You know, you might want to not talk about that. It's just like, stuff like that was just kind of like whack. You know what I mean? But I would listen to it because it was just like, all right, well, this is normal, right? I got to adjust. I got to adapt to whatever it is to get me in. But it just sucked, man.
It feels to me, Joe, like when you started. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just like, you know, no one really knows the struggle of being a half white, half Asian kid being raised by a Filipino mom, dad, dad moved out. And now here's my mom that just got to this country and she's dealing with racism all around her, but she's just like, even though she's American, she feels like a visitor, so she doesn't want to approach anybody when they're doing something messed up. You know what I mean? And here I am, a little kid, seeing my mom go through that. It's just like, it's fucked up. I didn't like. There's this one story I wrote about my mom when we went upstairs to go claim some prize that we won at the mall, and this kid turned around and pulled his eyes back on my mom, and I just remember like when I wrote about it, I couldn't believe how much trauma that caused me, because I knew it by detail. You know what I mean? And I remember my mom putting her hand on my head, just going, "He doesn't know Joseph. He's just being funny." Like, that's just her accepting the fact that this is normal. You know what I mean? And she's scared to say anything, because in her mind, she's a visitor. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just, he doesn't know Joe. He's just being funny. But like, no, that's fucked up. You know, and she doesn't need to go through that. And now, like, you need to have a voice, and you need to be able to say something. And I'm glad we're in a time that we're in right now where people are vocal, and we have platforms that'll support that now. We don't have to wait till fucking 6 o'clock evening news and hope to God that they talk about something that happened locally in Seattle to let the world know that. If something happens in Seattle, everyone's going to know about it. We're going to Instagram. We're going to Facebook. We're going to let everybody know what happened.
And I'm glad that, because it's like, as a kid growing up, you would see all these jokes all the time, like whether it was jokes around Asian people or jokes around Caribbean people or black people or Jewish people. And when kids made jokes, 9 times out of 10, they got it from their parents or family members. But you don't realize how much it can hurt somebody until you get older and you start realizing. And I think it's good that we're having these conversations now. So hopefully parents will teach their kids a lot different than we were taught, or that, we've seen it, in our day.
Yeah, exactly. And like now we have that voice where we're like, no, you don't have to go through that. I did this documentary for Guy Torrey, right? And we were talking about Fat Tuesdays over at the Comedy Store. And that was one of the rooms that accepted me right away. But like, if you really look at the show, the reason why it was on a Tuesday night, like, does anyone really understand why the all black show was on a Tuesday night? It's because it's the only night no one wants to go to a club. Correct. It's the night that no one wants to pay for a ticket. Mm-hmm. You got to beg for someone to come do a free show. But here's the hottest ticket in town. You know what I mean? And it was at the store. It's like, why were those shows okay? You know what I mean? Why do we have to give them a theme? The Black Night, well, let's give it a hip hop name. You know what I mean? And no disrespect, Guy did what he had to do because that was the norm. He was just accepting the fact that it was a night. Like, thank you for giving me this night. I'm gonna blow it up. And it's, to this day, it's still like legend. No one put out as many stars as Fat Tuesdays. Look at the receipts. You know what I mean? Look at it. Look who came out of Fat Tuesdays, from Chris Tucker all the way to everybody. I can't even name them all. Kevin Hart, to everybody came out of that show. You know what I mean?
But is it fair for comedians to have to, I grew up where comedy was comedy. I mean, I've heard comedians go at Asian people. I heard comedians go at black people. I heard comedians go at Caribbean, anything. But, as a comic, should you have to watch what you say? Or is it all in the vein of, it's just comedy?
I think you need to just be responsible with what you say, right? You got to understand, there are people that'll be offended and hurt. And you do have the right to change the channel. But I also think as a comic, you're also responsible. It's like, when you're being hurtful, you know when it's. Do you know? It's not even. I think so. I believe so. You know what I mean? The difference when you hear something. You're like, yo, man, that ain't even coming from funny.
But think about it, right? Think about like an old show like In Living Color. Mike Tyson ran down on Keenan Ivory Wayans because he didn't like the way Keenan Ivory was portraying him. But that was hilarious.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was so funny.
But not to Mike.
That was also the norm back then. Mm-hmm. It was okay to talk like that back then because, society accepted it. And then, of course, black people were only being a certain way because they knew that was the way to get into these doors that were like closed. You know what I mean? That wouldn't let us. They're like, oh, we got to act a certain way. Okay, well then we'll joke around about this because the people with power are laughing at it. Right? Does that make sense? No, it's kind of like Asians. It's like, dude, like we had to do what it was to make you happy to let us in, and that sucks. And I was a victim of that. I had to do that.
I was going to ask you that because I've been watching you for so long, Joe. Like since Chelsea, but it seemed when you started leaning, like really, like just embracing the Filipino aspect of your life, it seemed like that's when you took off to me.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I always wanted to talk about. But when you go back, you had to figure out how to get in because no one wants to hear about your Asian, your Filipino mom. You know what I mean? Yeah. I always got the same note. They were like, "Oh, I don't think Middle America will get that." And I'm like, "What the f- are you guys talking about? My mom's just a mom. She just happens to be Filipino, but she's still doing mom." You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like there's certain things that are universal. Since you were talking about this story about getting the prize, right? And she made you guys fill out like a raffle ticket, like all these raffle tickets to try to win this TV. I feel like my parents would have made us do that too.
Yeah.
To try to win a TV.
What about the Tupperware joke? Like, it's just, my mom using coolant containers for Tupperware. Like, why is Middle America not going to get it? Everyone uses that kind of Tupperware. You know what I mean? It's just like, I didn't understand why I always get those notes. Why they always fell on. By the way, can I ask you guys a quick question?
No.
Why does Middle America depend on what the world is listening to? I'm so sick of that fucking excuse when they go, "I don't think Middle America will get it." Well, you know what? The world gets it. Like,
Do people still say that now? Or was
they still say that. Yeah. They still say that. I'm like, I'm so sick of that excuse.
Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day. I forgot what I was talking about, but I was like, Middle America. I was like, you know what I was talking about? I was speaking about how a few years ago, it's like maybe like 4 years ago, somebody was like, Michael B. Jordan wasn't famous enough to be on SNL, right? This is what one of the SNL execs said. But it's because of that. It's because Middle America didn't know who Michael B. Jordan was at the time.
That makes no sense to me. Hey, look, I love my fans in Ohio. I'm just saying, who are these executives that keep falling on Middle America as the excuse? It's bullshit. I never got that. Mm-hmm. I just recently got that. I'm not going to say who, but it was like 5 years ago. It was the same thing. I don't think they'll get it. Middle America is not going to get it. I'm like, what?
Middle America.
What are you talking about?
You're right.
I just sold out 2 forums. I just sold out Dubai. I just sold out Philippines. I just sold out New York. What are you talking about? Like, the world gets it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the world gets it. Why the are we waiting on Omaha?
Don't move. We got more with Joe Coy when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking in with comedian Joe Coy. Yee.
The things that you passed on are just as important as the things that you agreed to do. Because there's sometimes in life there might be a great opportunity. Yeah. And you have to really think about it and say, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this right now at this point in my career. It actually might be more hurtful than helpful. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Are you talking about Chelsea or?
I mean, not just Chelsea, but
I wrote about Chelsea when I passed on her sidekick. You know what I mean? And I was working at Nordstrom Rack selling shoes.
She wanted you to be Chewy?
Basically, I was supposed to be her sidekick, and we went all the way through. You know what I mean? Until just moments before, and I gave her that call. This is why I love Chelsea, man. She's amazing. I should have recorded the phone call, but I just told her, I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to be known for me. Like, I don't want to do a show where I'm the sidekick or I want to be Joe Coy. But I love your show, but I feel like I need to pursue this. And man, I'm telling you, she cursed me. I wish she was on the phone right now. I thought it was
a positive thing. Like, no, do your thing. She cursed you out.
I'll tell you, you can bleep everything out.
She was like, go ahead.
She's like, go. She was like, you're never going to get anywhere, Joe. Keep listening to these fucking agents. You don't know a good thing when it fucking hits you in the ass. Like, she was laying into me. Good luck. This show's going to be a hit. You go fuck yourself. No, Chelsea, I'm sorry. No. Worst decision ever. Watch what happens, Joe. Worst fucking decision. And then just hangs up on me.
You could have been my little nugget, you face, but you decided you didn't want to be my little nugget.
Yeah.
But it says about her that she still let you be a regular.
Yeah, unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. That's why she's the best. Mm-hmm. She knew what that panel wanted. She knew what that panel was all about. She knew that she had to, like, that panel was a unit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she needed all the pieces. Yeah, Chelsea was the face and the voice and you know what I mean? But she also knew that it took the 3 other people on that panel for that show to just blow up. And that's why she's amazing, because she recognized that. She's amazing.
Did y'all get
by the way, she was 100% right when she hung up the phone. Because the show took off and I was working at Nordstrom Rack, and my ex-wife at the time picked me up at Nordstrom Rack, and as we're driving home, she goes, "Do you know Chelsea Handler?" And I go, "Why?" And she's like, "Her show's hysterical." And I was just like, me.
Damn it.
Yo, but I don't remember. When I think of Chelsea Handler's show, I think of you. I think of you, Chewy, Brad, and Lonnie Love. I'm dead serious. Those are the 4 people I think about on the panel all the time.
Oh, man, I love you, man. That show is amazing. And that's another thing. She was like the modern day Johnny Carson. You remember the old rumor, like, well, not a rumor, it was a real thing. When Johnny Carson liked you, he called you over to the couch, and if he called you to the couch, you made it. You're gonna make it. That's what Chelsea was. If you killed on that panel, you made it. And here's another thing about Chelsea, a little inside. If you sucked on that panel, she would literally tell the booking guy in front of everybody. Like, she'd whisper, but basically be like, "It's the last time." Swear.
Who that happened to? Who you remember that happened to?
She did it all the fucking time, man. Chelsea would do it all the time. Swear. It was the funniest. Every time there was someone new on the panel, I would just like, it would always be after the first break. And right when we went to commercial, she'd just call them over and be like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and let's end that one. No more."
Wow. This is your weekend, right? Because you got a movie that you're supposed to be producing called Easter Sunday.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Are you producing it? I know you're gonna be in it, but are you one of the producers too?
Yeah, I'm a producer. Steven Spielberg, Amblin.
Never heard of
Dan
him.
Lin. Yeah, he's small, independent director.
Yeah.
And then of course Dan Lin over at Rideback. Those are the guys. But yeah, man, Steven, it's amazing. I can't believe what's happening. It's crazy, man.
You
coming in hot, by the way.
You said what?
Coming in hot. My Netflix special, the second one. That's the one Steven watched and called me in and asked for a movie idea, and I pitched Easter Sunday, and he fell in love with it. So
wow. So you already had the idea in your mind and everything.
Yeah, I already had the movie already sold to Dan Lin. Dan already was in on it, and it wasn't really moving. And then when Steve said he wanted to know anything, and I just pitched the same movie to him, and he was like, "Let's go."
Why Easter Sunday? What is it about Easter Sunday?
That's a huge holiday for, Filipinos.
Really?
That's our day. Oh, man, are you kidding me? That's our day. That's the day of talent shows. That's the day of food. That's the day of fights. That's the day of everything. I don't know. Filipinos they love Easter Sunday, man. That's our day. So
nothing to do with Jesus.
Jesus is a close second. Like, yeah, like we'll get to him after the adobo, but he's in the room.
What I told you, I said Jesus headlines no holidays, Joe. There's not one holiday that Jesus is centered around that he headlines. Not Easter, not Christmas. Even when you think of Easter, you think of that goddamn bunny.
Yeah, the bunny
that lays eggs, which is not even possible. Christmas is Santa Claus, the Grinch, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Santa Claus headlines no holidays, bro.
Yep. That's crazy. And it's his birthday.
I mean, Jesus headlines no holidays. That's crazy.
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
He needs a new PR person. That's what he needs.
He needs a new PR person.
You know what Jesus needs? And I'm not even trying to be funny. The same beard that Envy has. Imagine Jesus with that beard.
No, it won't look authentic. And
just almost looks like the bottom half of a motorcycle helmet.
I was just gonna thank you for sending me all that clothes and stuff. Now I'm not thanking you.
Joe Coy, be careful because Envy will end this interview. Thank you so much, Joe Coy, for
Envy. Joe Coy, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
First you got everybody calling us a liar. You're a liar. Everybody calls us you're a liar. So
and you're proving it with your beard. You're proving it by continuing to tell us that your beard is real.
Hey, Envy, just paint the rest of your neck. That way people believe you.
Shout out to Khaled. Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Just take that roller and then go down here. Go right here.
You might as well. You might as well.
I hate y'all, man. Well, Joe Coy, thank you for joining us, man.
No, man, you are. I didn't like this, man.
Now listen, Joe Coy, I gotta say, and I told you this too, there's some really random ass funny moments in this book, and one of my favorites is that you were part of a crew called the Scarecrows.
It was just the nerdiest crew, man.
What the hell?
It was just 4 nerds in elementary school, man. We were the scarecrows. Just nerds.
I like that picture in the book too, where you look so innocent with the glasses from high school.
Yeah.
I can see why you would call yourself a scarecrow.
Right.
Yo, man, why are you talking like you were fucking handsome? Like, why?
Yeah, you're
Why
old school.
You're
I'm
trying
not
to-
much better, Charlamagne.
Hey, Charlamagne.
And I don't know if you've seen Envy's either, but
Yeah.
between the
Mine
two
was
of
a little
them.
crazy. Mine was a little crazy too.
Yeah.
I didn't have too many
Charlamagne's
friends
acting
either.
like he was Michael B. Jordan in high school. You weren't.
I'd have definitely been in the Scarecrow crew. I would have definitely been in the Scarecrow crew early on too.
I wonder if Michael B.
As a
Jordan
matter
was
of
Michael
fact-
B. Jordan in high school.
Yes, Michael B. Jordan was always Michael B. Jordan.
You think?
Yes, he's one of those guys that everyone thought he was hot.
I don't think so.
Well,
Everyone
according to L'Oreal, she went to high school with him, and she said they used to make fun of him in high school.
See?
No one, man, she is a liar. Who is this? Who is this? No one liked
She
her.
said he had it.
No
She
one
said-
liked her.
she said
no
it-
one liked her. No one liked her. Who is this? What's her name? What's
she
her
said
name, Angela? What's her name?
I'm not gonna say.
Say her
But she said he
name.
had it tough.
Say her name.
Because his name is Michael Jordan. She said so that was already tough, like to be named Michael Jordan.
What's that got
in
to
high
do with
school.
looks?
And
Your
then-
friend L'Oreal is a liar. You need to stop hanging out with liars, Angela. Anyone that says Michael B. Jordan wasn't good looking like 10 years ago, that's a lying bitch right there. You are a liar.
Listen, tweet us. I want to see old Michael B. Jordan high school pictures. Tweet us, Breakfast Club AM, or tweet Joe Coy. Show us Michael B. Jordan high school pictures. We can figure this out quite easily.
Absolutely.
Oh, very fast. Oh, and also tweet L'Oreal's last name because she's a liar.
Oh, she's gonna
L'Oreal
love
gonna
this.
get you, bro. She does radio in D.C. L'Oreal don't bite her tongue.
Oh God! Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her show, DC. That whole show is a lie.
Oh my goodness, man.
Listen, go get Mixed Plate, Chronicles of an All-American Combo. All right, Joe
I
Coy's
love you guys.
autobiography. It's a great read. It's fantastic.
You didn't even read it.
What's your hey Charlamagne? I got a new nickname for you. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
L'Oreal. You fucking liar. That's Charlamagne's new nickname. I want everyone to hashtag L'Oreal, a.k.a. Charlamagne.
I love L'Oreal.
Oh, man. Joe Coy, goodbye, man. We love you.
I love you guys.
We love you back.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
I can't wait till L'Oreal claps back at Joe Coy. I can't wait. I'm reposting it and everything.
Oh, my goodness.
Dropping the clues bonds for L'Oreal, damn it.
Yeah, shout out to L'Oreal.
Oh, she coming for you, Joe Coy.
All right.
Guaranteed.
Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Jeezy and Jeannie Mai.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, I'm sure as you all know by now, Jeezy and Jeannie Mai have gotten married, and they are donating their wedding registry funds to the Stop Asian Hate movement. They reported a charity registry, and they're hoping to raise $50,000 for Stop Asian Hate. She said, what bonded Jeezy and I most is our passion to serve and take care of our communities. We will spend the rest of our lives continuing to stand up against injustice, racism, and hate. It's not just the recent events that make me mindful about our distinct culture. For Jeezy, everything from his upbringing, experiences, struggles, and his position in this white-centric country is a learning curve for me and vice versa. Part of the foundation of our love is constantly discovering our respective identities and gaining an understanding from our experiences.
Okay. That's a good cause.
All right, now JT is defending her man, Lil Uzi Vert, and she's tired of y'all weighing in and making assumptions. Now, if y'all recall, this all started with Lil Uzi Vert having a back and forth with Young Miami on Instagram Live.
So listen, is this Carisha?
Uzi, me and you don't have to be friends.
I don't
and
care,
Carisha. That's understood. We don't have to be friends. and that's just that.
Carisha, it ain't even about that though. I ain't never got to see you just like you ain't never got to see me. JT told me, she like, Uzi, you ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse, so don't say nothing. But you know clearly I run this shit. Carisha, shut up. JT. If I told you tongue kiss me on this live right now, you gonna do it.
Okay, well just say.
So just chill. You saw what I said to you, Carisha, because you left me on scene.
You left me on scene.
And I will say, Young Miami plays a lot. Like, if you ever see her and Saucy Santana going at it on social media and on Instagram, like, maybe they are just joking. I don't know. But if it was an inside joke, a lot of people took it seriously. And here is JT defending her man, Lil Uzi Vert, and the whole conversation that went down with Young Miami.
Y'all, she only letting him talk to her like that because he about her. I been having I only show y'all 10%. If I show y'all the whole 100, y'all to be dying. Talk about some he disrespecting me because he said shut up. Bitch, I say shut up all the time. When I'm trying to get my when I'm trying to talk and get my point across with my friends, I be like, shut up, girl, let me talk.
Okay, and in addition to that, she also defends the two of them going back and forth, him talking to Young Miami on live in a disrespectful way.
That was an inside joke. He was literally talking in codes. And after that said he loved playing some more shit. When did he call her a bitch? A lot of y'all on the internet be painting pictures. That's why I was taking his phone. He was too turned up. Tell me I had to defend my friend. Carisha mouth slick as shit. My mouth slick as shit. That girl ain't gonna sit there and let nobody. She could have easily ended live if she felt disrespect. That girl knew we was playing. We was just on FaceTime before we got on live. Get the out of here. Y'all want to make it so bad. She wouldn't defend her friend. She held the group down and they're breaking up. Never.
I have no idea what's going on, but I don't be minding young folks' business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Young Miami and JT were clearly together over the weekend. I saw they had a photo shoot. They were posting pictures together. So their friendship is fine and intact. It's just people weighing in. They went live. People didn't like how Uzi was talking to Young Miami. So that's basically what happened.
I don't care.
I don't mind young folks' business.
I like.
You gotta let young folks be young folks.
If they say they playing, they playing. Like, what am I gonna say? No, they not playing. They playing.
But clearly JT cares. That's why she explained it all for everybody to see on social media.
Because people taking it serious, but they said they playing.
Right. So that was us playing that, so people would understand.
YFB, young folks' business. Let them have it.
All right, now Boosie Badass was upset after he got mistaken for Flavor Flav in the airport.
Now this is my demo.
This is funny. This is funny now.
I'm up here walking through the mall, man, and motherfuckers is running up to me talking
That's the wrong one.
Lil Boozy.
I don't look like stop it.
Just an apple later gonna talk about Flavor Flav. It was like no damn Flavor Flav. I look like Boosie. Too early in the morning for this. Flav, you can't with me, man.
All right, well, Flavor Flav responded to Boosie talking about getting mistaken for Flavor Flav.
I'm up here walking through the mall, man, and motherfuckers is running up to me talking about Lil Boozy. I don't look like no Lil Boozy. If anything, Lil Boozy look like me. I was here first. Hey, I'm a big fan of Lil Boozy. You know what I'm saying? But Boozy can't with Flav.
I'm gonna tell Boozy something he may not want to hear this morning. I can see it.
That picture when he took his mask, I was like, he can't. You know,
I can see it. Boosie and Flavor Flav have a real resemblance. They would have definitely been in the same tribe.
Especially with the same glasses.
He said, that's why I don't wear these damn red glasses.
I get them. I wouldn't wear them again either.
If they did some type of movie or something in the future, I can see Flav playing Boosie's, pops or uncle or something. There's a resemblance.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne, who are you giving that donkey to?
Oh, man. Well, actually, we need to try to find this person this morning, but there's a young woman who was upset she couldn't have it her way at Burger King this weekend. And I'll tell you what she did. We'll talk about it for after the hour.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Angela here, and the General Insurance has been helping people save money for nearly 60 years. They offer the quality coverage you deserve at prices you can afford. Make the right call and go with the General. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. Some restrictions apply.
You get donkey of the day, yeah, you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day, yeah, you dumb ass.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day, huh? I'm gonna fatten all that shit around your eyes.
They want this man to throw them blows, man. They waiting for Charlamagne to tap these gloves. Let's go.
They had to make a judgment of who was going to be on the Donkey of the Day. They chose you.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Hello, Monday. Donkey of the Day for Monday, April 5th goes to a young woman who is currently on the run in Memphis. We don't know her name, but I have a feeling she will be in custody at some point today. Thanks to everyone who listens to us on K97.1 in Memphis. Drop on the clues bombs for K97.1 in Memphis. Sidebar, I've said this before, but I'm standing on it again. The best rappers in the game right now are from Memphis. Okay, whether it's Dolph, Key Glock, Pooh Shiesty, Moneybag Yo, Big 30. The Young King Relly on Smash put me on the big scar from Memphis this weekend. So yeah, Memphis got now. Okay, when it comes to the rap game, they are having it their way. So I can understand why this young woman who is receiving Donkey of the Day this morning is upset that she could not have it her way when she pulled up to a Burger King in Memphis. God bless Burger King. I will never have anything negative to say about Burger King. So many of us have so many memories attached to the establishment known as Burger King. Okay, nothing like ordering a #1 with cheese, large fries, and a vanilla or chocolate milkshake when you a kid. Your parents make you get a Whopper Jr. Then you get older, you upgrade to the big boy Whopper. Okay, that quarter pound of savory flame grilled beef topped with juicy tomatoes, fresh lettuce, and just a dab of mayonnaise, just a little, with ketchup, pickles, onions on that damn sesame seed bun, man. And if you're feeling bougie, if you understand the finer things in life, you ask them to cut that Whopper in half for you. Okay, and if you're really adventurous, you dip those French fries in that milkshake for a sweet salt experience that your mouth will appreciate. Now, let the record show, I haven't eaten at Burger King in years, okay? A couple decades maybe. All my Burger King experiences came in my teens, but you don't forget them because they are indeed an amazing eating experience. But never in my life have I wanted a Whopper so bad that I was willing to take a penitentiary chance to get one. But this young woman clearly loves chicken fries more than most because she pulled up to this Burger King drive-thru in Memphis and was pissed off about the wait time. Now, I don't know what the wait time was, but if the wait time was happening because it was a lot of people in the drive-thru or because they just dropped some hot fries, I can understand. But this woman in Memphis couldn't. Let's go to ABC 7 for the report, please.
Memphis police are looking for this woman. We're told it all started when she got angry about how long she was waiting in the drive-thru for her food at Burger King on Winchester Road. Police say she got out of her car, walked up to the drive-thru window, started arguing with an employee, then began shooting. Surveillance video shows employees running for cover. No one was injured.
I don't remember the original chicken sandwich being that good. Okay, that white meat chicken, lightly breaded and topped with a simple combination of shredded lettuce, light mayonnaise on a sesame seed bun. I would add cheese and pickles, but I don't remember it being good enough to lick shots. Okay, the news report said nobody was injured, but who cares? As long as this woman is on the street, nobody is safe, and someone will eventually get injured because she's clearly 2 nuggets short of a 10-piece. Now, I could victim blame in this situation. Okay, I could put this all on Burger King. All right, see this little saying right here? Remember this little saying?
Have it your way.
Yeah, this little jingle. Remember this little jingle?
Have it your way.
Yeah, man.
Have it your way.
That's right.
Have it your way.
See, everybody in here bopping their head.
Nice.
You know what that jingle did? It created a sense of entitlement in people all over the world. What does have it your way mean? It means to do what one wants to do despite the desires, plans, etc. of other people. If you say have it your way, you are telling someone in an annoyed way that you will agree with or accept their suggestion even though you do not think they are right. That have it your way slogan is another way of saying the customer is always right, which is also some BS. No, the customer is not always right, and sometimes the customer is not going to have things their way. But when you tell customers they can have it their way, you create a sense of entitlement in humans that some humans like this woman take advantage of, okay? You can't tell her it's a wait time when having it her way means there is no wait time. Having it her way means having it right now. And a person will feel like you're disrespecting them and not living up to their word if you don't give it to them their way. Now, it was brought to my attention this morning that Burger King actually changed its slogan back in 2014. Did anybody know that? So it's no longer have it your way, it's be your way. It says it reflects the customer's way of life rather than the chain's food and service. Be your way. Okay? We don't want that either, Burger King. See, some of these people don't need to come into your establishment being their way. That's what this woman did. This woman came to Burger King and couldn't have it her way, so she decided to be her way, and her way was to shoot up Burger King. Okay? Burger King released a statement back in 2014. They said the new motto was intended to remind people that they can and should live how they want anytime. It's okay to not be perfect. Self-expression is most important, and it's our differences that make us individuals instead of robots. I totally agree with most of that. Okay, but that, but that does not apply to the woman who just. But does that apply to the woman who just expressed herself in the most aggressive way by shooting up Burger King? Yes, nobody's perfect, but even in all my imperfections, I've never thought to shoot up a fast food restaurant because I didn't like the wait time. Speaking of the wait time, young lady, if you out there in Memphis listening, you're listening to Charlamagne the God, Leonard, Uncle Charla, whatever you want to call me, I have one question for you. Did shooting up the fast food restaurant speed up the wait time or slow it down even more? Did you think you was just going to shoot up the Burger King and then employees were going to make sure you got your food ASAP? Did you even get your food at all? Probably not. So what was the point? You've listened to Pooh Shiesty's Back in Blood one too many times. I don't think he meant that in regards to being pissed at Burger King. Young Dolph and Key Glock got an album called Dumb and Dumber Part 1 and 2. Well, you are the dumbest, young lady. Please give this unidentified woman in Memphis the biggest hee-haw. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're not gonna play a game?
You really want to play a game? Okay, sure. Why not? Since we're all here, might as well. Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is! Now, mind you, we don't know her name, but there is a video. So you can clearly see, what this young woman's race is. Let's start with you, Angela Yee. Young woman, mad at the wait time at Burger King, decided to shoot the whole place up in Memphis. Guess what race she is?
I'm going to say Caucasian.
Okay. Why'd you say that? Not a bad guess. Why, all the mayonnaise?
Maybe. Is there a Chick-fil-A nearby?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, so Angela Yee says Caucasian. DJ Envy, a young woman in Memphis, decided to shoot the Burger King up because she did not like the wait time. Guess what race she is?
Black.
Oh, wow. I don't like your tone in your voice, bro. Why,
I'm just saying that.
Why?
We don't do wait time after a certain amount of time. I want my food right now. I've been waiting all goddamn day. Give me my food.
You think a black person would be stupid enough to shoot up a Burger King because they didn't have it their way?
You heard what I said, bro.
You think black people have that type of sense of entitlement?
You heard what I said, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, one of y'all is right, one of y'all is wrong. The winner of today's Guess What Race It is DJ Envy!
Powerful niggery at work.
But he's also wrong.
What?
Because you said black. She's not black. This is a nigga. Okay? Telling you that right now.
Jeez.
All right? There's a difference.
I just couldn't see a black woman doing something like that.
A black woman didn't do this. A nigga woman? Absolutely. Okay.
Oh my gosh. You got your N-word quota for today. I just want to tell you that too.
Well, I wouldn't have to use the N-word if we didn't do N-word activities.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Where we going next, She?
Well, today we are discussing what's going on with JT and Young Miami and Little Uzi Vert. They've been having some back and forth on social media. People felt like they didn't like how Little Uzi was talking to Young Miami, even though they've cleared up that they were all just joking. But my question is, have you ever dated somebody who your closest people didn't like, and how did you handle that?
All right. 800-585-1051. Let's talk about it. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time.
Pick up the phone, baby.
Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Hey everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, what are we talking about, Yee?
Well, we're talking about whether or not you've ever dated somebody who your friends and maybe even your family doesn't like. And this all came from the whole JT, Lil Uzi Vert, Young Miami issues that happened on social media. Even though JT says they were just playing, a lot of people were weighing in and saying what they thought. So what do you do when your friends don't like your significant other?
All right. Has that happened to you, Yee?
Hell yeah. Listen, I had an ex-boyfriend. My parents hated him. I actually had to move out. They didn't like him at all. My friends didn't like him. He was terrible. And I think sometimes when your friends and family don't like somebody, it makes you go really hard for them. Like you find yourself defending that person even more. And even though you might have said, okay, maybe they're right, you don't want them to be right. So you go really hard to try to prove them wrong. And I think that's sometimes what ends up happening.
Now, Charlamagne, I'm sure your wife's friends didn't like you at first.
No, I mean I had a couple of family members, you know, who didn't like my now wife back in the day when we were in high school. My now wife's father didn't necessarily care for me because of the type of life that I was living, but I tend to mind my business when it comes to the affairs of the heart, because like if somebody doesn't like your significant other, so what?
Yeah.
It don't matter, because at the end of the day, you may express that, but guess what? You're either gonna be right or you're gonna be wrong. There's no in between.
Yeah.
So I may express it to somebody and be like, yo, I don't like that person for X, Y, and Z reasons, but that person is still gonna do what they want to do. And if they end up together and live happily ever after, then you were wrong.
Yeah.
If they break up, you know, and it ends badly, you were right. So it's just like I tend to mind my business when it comes to affairs of the heart.
I used to hate one of my good friends, her boyfriend at the time, her child's father, because he was abusive toward her.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nothing I could say or do that's going to make her leave him. And so I would say how I felt, but then I always would be supportive of her whenever she needed anything until things really hit the fan and she ended up having to leave him because it was a dangerous situation. But, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell somebody you don't like the person they're with because then they avoid you.
There's a big difference between telling somebody you don't like the person you with and them being abusive, though. Because when the person is abusive, you're probably going to step to the person that's doing the abusing. But just because you just don't like a person, I just don't like that person for you, I'm not going to say nothing to that guy or that girl. I'm going to say something to my people and keep it moving.
Yeah, my wife's mom, not that she didn't like me, she thought I was too immature, which I was.
This is recently, right?
No, no. This is when I was 16. Because remember, I was 16, she was 15. And I was, like, you know what I mean? She was my first real girlfriend. Like, it's like I'm learning. Like, I was shy. I didn't know how to really talk. I didn't know how to communicate.
What's changed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
this
then
is recent.
A couple of years later, like she became one of my, like, a second mom. And
she's like
she
he's
was
harmless.
the one that really pushed me into staying into music when everybody was really trying to get me to get a job with a hat on. So, you know, she's like my second mom.
What does she think about your fake beard? I would love to know what your mother-in-law thinks, because you look very suspicious.
She has dementia. She doesn't remember it.
Whoa. See? Now I can't even play with this guy.
See,
now, you know what I'm saying?
Now what do you say about that? Why would you say about that? You still got jokes there?
They're having fun.
You still got jokes
there?
there? You still got jokes there?
This guy, why would he do that?
Hello, who's this?
This is Andrew.
Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
What's going on? So we're asking, you ever been in a situation where maybe you didn't, you know, family members or friends didn't like your girl or vice versa?
Yeah, my girl's friends don't like me right now.
Why not?
Because I changed her for the better.
You changed her?
It never works like that, but go ahead.
How, King? How?
Yeah, how'd you change it?
No, thank you, Charlamagne. No, when I met her, she was shy, she was insecure, and you know, I kind of raised her up and made her feel like the woman that she is, and her friends are all hating.
I respect it. You gave her confidence, you gave her self-esteem, and her friends don't understand it. Her friends like her when she's down, right?
Exactly. She spends more time with me than she was with them, which I'm thinking that's a no-brainer. You're going to spend the time with the person that makes you feel loved, not the person that makes you feel hated.
Drop one of these bombs for this king.
So you don't like
here.
her friends either, I take it.
Nah, screw them.
So what are her friends? They out in the club all the time? They hanging out? What they,
during a pandemic?
What they do?
Yeah, during the pandemic, they out. They're annoying, bruh. Like, they just make her feel bad about herself. They exclude her from a lot of activities now because, you know, she's with me all the time. They haven't liked me from the jump, but, you know.
Yeah, I respect you. They just jealous you giving your girl that glow, and all the men they dating only giving them yeast infections. It ain't your fault they pH balance is out of whack because
All I know
they
is
dating uncircumcised men.
When
you
y'all
keep
get
doing
into
your
an
thing,
argument
King.
and she go to her friends, they all gonna be like, leave him.
That's jealousy, and don't listen to them.
We've been together for over a year, so she's not going nowhere right now.
All right, man.
Right now.
Salute to you, young king. And by the way, don't be that group of friends that's so upset that your friend got a good man or good woman, and you like, you should leave him. He ain't no
she
good
not
for
in the
you.
club no more. She ain't in the streets. She just at home chilling with her man.
Y'all made a whole narrative.
I know we did. It sounded good though. 800-585-1051. Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. And your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, what are we talking about, Yee?
We're talking about whether or not you've ever dated somebody who none of your friends liked.
So let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Danielle.
Hey, Danielle. You ever dated a guy none of your friends like?
Yeah, I still am.
We're still together now.
Okay, so we argue a lot, like a lot. and he's from Chicago, and I'm from Cleveland. So it's like, I feel like that's just, you feel me, our personalities or whatever. Like, we come from rough cities, so we gonna argue and stuff like that. But, like, it's my baby dad. We just had a baby 8 months ago.
Okay.
And so, like, people, like even my mom, she just feel like I'll be better if I left. But I just feel like we young, we gonna argue. And I'm working, like, I just had a baby, so you feel me? I'm working on myself now. My attitude and stuff like that. But I don't know, my friends they just want me to leave. They said that I ain't never, feel me, stayed with somebody like this long before. And
how long y'all been together? How long y'all been together?
Almost 5 years.
Oh, come on, that's bae.
Exactly.
That's bae.
Like, okay, exactly.
Well, here's the thing. I don't care when you with somebody that you love. Your family don't gotta like them. Your friends don't gotta like them. As long as that man isn't hurting you, you know what I'm saying, physically or mentally or emotionally, and he's actually good for you, that's you.
Why do they not like him?
That's the thing, though. He is a little emotional abusive. Like I said, I just had a baby, so he'll like throw my postpartum in my face.
Wow.
What?
That does not sound like a pleasant.
Yeah, I think your friends have the right idea
thing.
about not liking him.
Yeah, it's like he'll be like, he's like, one day he told me, my life is, or I'm going through it right now, or something like that, because I'm going through postpartum.
Yeah, I don't like him too.
I mean,
I don't like him too.
It's mean when he like he get mad and then just get mean, and then all of a sudden he didn't mean it and stuff. Like that's why I say he's manipulative and emotionally abusive sometimes.
Damn. That doesn't sound like a great mixture right
it
there
doesn't
for
sound
you.
too positive,
Sometimes when everybody doesn't like somebody, there's
might have to
legitimate reasons.
But thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
Hello. What?
Hey.
Hello?
Hello, you all right?
Good morning. Good morning.
What was that noise you just made?
bro?
I was trying to make y'all hurry up because I gotta go. So this is Vic from North.
Oh, you gotta go. Oh, you gotta. All right, then go. Let's see what you gotta
Bye.
say. You gotta go somewhere.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead,
Come on.
I'm actually with someone now that a few friends of mine didn't care for.
Okay.
And they got so bad to where they tried to break us up. I played on her phone to make her break up with me, but it didn't work. So.
Damn, they must really not like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to let them go. She didn't do anything to me. It's just they didn't want her with me because they used to me being alone.
Damn, why would they not want you to be happy?
I don't know. It's just them being selfish. So at the end of that, can I just give a shout out to her?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right, I'm giving a shout out to Alethea, my fiance, future wife to be. I love you, and I'll see you later.
All
right, there you go.
All right, thank you, brother. So what's the moral of this story, guys?
I mean, listen, the moral of the story is I tend to mind my business, but once again, when it comes to affairs of the heart, I tend to mind my business. But as long as the person isn't physically, emotionally, or mentally abusing you, I'm not going to intervene because, you know, it's just like a dream almost, right? Like when you have a dream, you can't tell nobody else your dream because they might try to talk you out of it, and they're not supposed to see your vision.
But sometimes when you in love, you miss a lot of things and you make excuses, and sometimes that good friend that's there for you can say, hey, you know, this is not right. Like a relationship shouldn't be like that. So
right, people can see when you're acting different and you've changed, and not in a good way from a relationship. If somebody's very controlling over you and things like that, and that's when there's some red flags. But all you can do, you can never talk somebody out of being with someone. You can express how you feel as a good friend and make sure that they know that you're always there. But sometimes there's just nothing you could do about it.
But that's why I said as long as it's not physically, mentally, or emotionally abusive. Other than that, I don't have no reason to intervene just because I don't like somebody.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about Issa Rae. You know, Insecure, this is the final season. Is she ready to let it go? We'll tell you what she said.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Oh my gosh, Rodriguez Jean Page will not be appearing in season 2 of Bridgerton, so we will not have the Duke back. Now, Envy, I saw that you were going really hard trying to actually get casted in that role. How's that working for you?
Yeah, my agents are on it, man. We got some things in the work.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe.
You're going to have to send a headshot without that fake beard, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the Duke didn't have no beard at all.
Now, Reggae posted the ride of a lifetime. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be your Duke, joining this family not just on screen, but off screen too. Our incredibly creative and generous cast, crew, outstanding fans. It's all been beyond anything I could have imagined. The love is real and will just keep growing.
Now, it's a scripted show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's based on a book, though.
Okay, so why did he leave? Did they say why?
Well, they're not focused on him in this new season. So right now, this new season is for Lord Anthony Bridgerton, who is trying to find his wife.
Yeah, man. So many people hit me up and was like, this dude is leaving. You know, you should do it. You know, so I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm weighing my options right now.
How would Gia feel about you having to kiss other women on screen? You know what I mean? Being intimate with other women on screen.
Yeah, because it gets very sexy on Bridgerton.
Well, let me get the part first, then we can have that conversation. But she's very supportive and wants me to do whatever I want to do that makes me happy. So, I'm a thespian, if you don't know. I went to acting school.
I think it's thespian, not thespian.
I say it. You say it your way, tomato. But you know what I mean? I've been in a couple of movies. You can look me up. You know what I mean? I do my thing.
Yeah,
what movies?
Just look me up.
Yeah, I think, you leaving those beard stains all over the place isn't going to work on set. So once again, get rid of the fake beard and you might have a chance.
All right, well, maybe you'll have a chance on the new season of Insecure, season 6, Envy.
That's so funny.
I think that's a great segue. Okay.
Now, Issa Rae is talking about this upcoming 5th season of Insecure being the last one. Here's what she had to say.
Are you ready to let it go?
I'm definitely ready to let it go. I knew that I wanted to end it after 5 seasons, and I feel like I'm really proud of this season that we're shooting now. It's so much fun, and it's made me appreciate the show in a different way.
So are Issa and Lawrence gonna trot off in the sunset somewhere?
Is that what you want?
I think so, yes.
Well, I guess you just have to watch.
I respect it. Everything comes to an end, right?
5 seasons is not enough. I feel like I needed more. That was my show.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but on Hollywood Unlocked, I guess Envy was campaigning.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I said it.
I'm looking at the comments.
What'd they say?
Keisha Capri, definitely not. Elizabeth Flores, no. Period. Absolutely no. Spy fully on.
What's with the hate?
Lornetta, no. Somebody else said we don't want it. Somebody else said it's a hell no for me.
Why are you reading
and then
these?
Keisha in Purple said envy Duke with his Daisy Dukes.
See, she can see it.
Wow.
No, she said envy Duke with his Daisy Dukes.
She wants to see me in Daisy Dukes. She wants me to get the part. I mean, it is what it is. You got haters all the time in your life. Like, what's the thing that you say? 3 people say no, 3 people say yes, 4 people indifferent. These are the indifferent.
It's
people.
the rule of 10.
Nah,
10 people.
I think it was 10 people said no in this.
Yeah, and 10 people all agree your beard is fake. Just want to throw that out there too.
Look, it is what it is.
Oh.
He's setting the alarm to put that Beijing on.
It's time, Envy.
It wears off at 9 o'clock.
That's years.
Like, that's just me having to pay for parking.
You guys are just haters, man. I've never been. This is bullying. I'm going to human resources after this.
All right. Now, Meg Thee Stallion posted, I was too shy to tell her in person, but Young Miami, I want to date. And then Young Miami responded, I've been one of you too, so what's up? And yeah, so maybe that's a little date about to go down. That could be just a girl date, though, where y'all just go out and have a good time and kick it as friends.
Nah, yo,
friend
Southside.
dates are fun.
Southside, you know what to do. Southside. You know what to
party?
do,
What
King.
about party?
Huh?
No, you talk about Southside because Southside goes to anybody that goes at JT.
Southside, you know what to do, King.
What, you think he should come in?
That's right. You got to be consistent.
That's right. You went at Kodak.
Right.
You went at Uzi.
This was respectful, though. No?
Nope.
Don't matter.
You got to be consistent.
All right. Well, let's hope not. And that is your rumor report.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday. And I just want to shout out to Facebook. My show premieres today at noon on Facebook for the We the Culture project that we did. It's called Mastery of Comedy. So I want to thank everybody who participated. My girl, Ricky Hughes, who produced it and directed it. It's her first time directing something. So that was exciting, and it was a show idea that I created, and it's all about mastering comedy, and you get to see some experienced comedians help out some young up-and-coming comics.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll definitely check that out. And also shout to everybody that supported the car show. I think we're almost sold out, man. So that is amazing. Atlanta, 4th of July weekend. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. I haven't even announced the celebrity cars I have yet. So, you guys showed so much love and so much support. I just want to say thank you. You guys are in for a great time and a great weekend. So I can't wait to see you guys 4th of July weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we also got to shout out Joe Coy for joining us this morning.
Yes, Joe Coy.
And I can't wait till L'Oreal claps back at Joe Coy.
That's going to be funny.
Oh, it's coming, Joe Coy. You don't even got to worry about that. You may not have known who L'Oreal is this morning, but you
going
will.
to know today.
Well, anyway, his book was really good, though. I just want to put that out there. It's very enjoyable. Great story that he has and where he came from, and just the balance of having two different ethnicities that he grew up with, not having his dad in his life, all of that.
I haven't read it yet. Joe Coy, my guy, but
it's good. You'll like it.
I'm consuming a lot of other content right now, but I'm gonna get to Joe Coy's book.
All right. All right, well, when we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We are the Breakfast Club. Shout to all the families out there. I know your kids are on spring break, so your house is crazy right now. My house right now looks like Easter just exploded in the house. There's Easter eggs everywhere, candy everywhere, toys everywhere. It's crazy. So
everybody has off at the same time for spring break, or how does that work?
That's a good question. It's usually around the same time after Easter, so they usually give you the week after Easter so the teachers could reboot and recharge, and people get to go on vacation.
Yeah, my daughter's out of school too for spring break, so
I feel like I need a spring break.
Also, too, salute to everybody who downloaded We've Got Answers on Audible this weekend, man. I really appreciate, I really appreciate people, taking in the information from the We've Got Answers project. If you're a white person who has questions for black people that you've been afraid to ask because you don't want to come off as racist or bigoted, my man James Altucher did a great job of not only asking his own questions, but crowdsourcing a lot of questions from white folks for this brilliant black brain trust that I put together. So thank you to everybody who's been downloading We've Got Answers on Audible. It's free with an Audible membership. You can check it out right now.
All right. Well, you got a positive note for the people?
I do. Focus on the healing, man. The wound is not there to punish you. It is there to show you what you must overcome.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?